Okay, so before this episode gets started, I just wanted to mention that we have music in the intro and outro provided by Maya Alvarado at Clay_pigeons on Instagram. This is the interview with Jeanette Fantone. Not do that. Bye. Yeah.
I want that to be the opening. It's the jingle. It goes like this.
Okay. That's really good. Okay. This is Inbetweens. It's a podcast about animation where we interview animators. I'm Jamie Griffiths, and this is Clare Britton. Or Claire can introduce herself if she wants.
It's okay. Hi, I'm Clare Britton.
Okay. And we have with us... Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jeanette. I'm a CalArts experimental animation student in my second year. That's me. I'm 18 right now. I always forget. Where do we go from here?
I guess we just get into stuff. We released a new music video today. I'm going to make you talk about this. It's fucking cool as shit. I love it a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What should I talk about?
I don't know. Just process or for both of them because okay. So for context, Jeanette did Jeanette did two different visualizers basically. I guess for a musician. Hark Madley or Mark Hadley? I keep fucking forgetting.
Both.
Okay, yeah.
Monikers.
I think it's Hark Madley on YouTube, but and they're both very cool. They're pretty much just abstract visuals, and they look cool as shit. And I don't know, talk about them.
Okay.
If you
so
can. If
I
you
love the story with. I'll call him Mark because his real name is Mark, but Jamie Wolf actually hit me up out of nowhere and was like, "Hey, can you just you would probably be interested in this one because he's describing your style." So I basically got the gig from my teacher, which was really awesome and unexpected.
And Jamie Wolf, for context, is a recent graduate from CalArts who, I don't know, has some great experimental animation that you should all check out. Yeah.
Yes.
I hate talking to an invisible third another.
It's weird when we talk. When podcasters talk, who are they usually talking to? Each other or the audience?
A little bit of both.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess you kind of have to keep an audience in mind, but you can talk. I don't know. It feels very performative in a weird way. But anyway, that's really cool.
I got the gig from Jamie and then connected with Mark, and he is the best client I've ever had, in which he was just I am commissioning you because I love your art and I want your art, so it's all free range. Here's some money. That's really that's really some money. Go crazy. And so I feel that's why I'm able to make them so good is because I can just do whatever I want and I feel no pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Also to meet requests or anything. The most guidance that he's given me ever was just some things on color and then very loose themes of the song.
Yeah.
But I love those because they're also very economical.
Yeah.
They're very economical and they get done quite well, where it's usually a couple loops that intertwine and then they're just processed over and over in After Effects.
Yeah.
So it's always a really fun, exciting, and extremely spontaneous process. It's really fun.
I think like, I don't know, it feels like with those, it feels like your treatment of the animation is like not more important than the animation itself, because it's like not, obviously, but like, I don't know, you like do a really good job of like treating animation and like,
yeah, if you like if you look at like the original clips without all the effects on them, it's so different.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's completely, yeah. Anyway, so I guess we could talk about like, actually, wait, let's go like back a little bit. Let's talk about like your like earlier work.
My tragic.
Because that was like, I don't know, that was like really like specifically inspirational to me, I feel like, because like I kind of found your work and then like had you immediately like contact me like a couple of weeks later when I was like, oh, I'm applying to experimental, and I don't know, that was wild.
Right.
And like, so you like started, or sorry.
When did we start? Like, when did we meet?
I don't know.
Over internet even.
Like, I think online around like.
Was it like summer? Or kind of like into the school year already?
I think it was, no, it was into your first year.
Yes.
It was, yeah.
Right.
Because
you visited in like November.
Did I? I think I visited second semester.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, yeah. Anyway, but this isn't really that important. But I don't know, just like it seems like you got into like making like full films like really early, especially age-wise. But like, I don't know, they're like really incredible. So like, I don't know, maybe talk about that a little bit.
Okay. I like started when I was, oh God, how old was I? Maybe I was in like 4th grade or something. But I made like claymation and like they already had stories and they're already like dumb. But I think, of course, of course. But I think what like stayed constant and what was like honestly really helpful is that like I've always had the filmmaker mindset where it's like, this is my film. Maybe not helpful, where I'm like, no one else is touching it. But it's always been like everything I've done, like I never took a single art class throughout like all of school.
Wow.
Yeah, there's like AP photography, which doesn't really, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not really relevant.
Yeah, but everything that like I did was very much from like just me wanting to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that like was so helpful because like now I can compare it to people who like had to do studio and make art that they didn't want to make, but I was always making art that I wanted to make.
Yeah. Wow.
And like now that translates where I'm like, if I don't want to make something, I'm like, bye.
Yeah.
But
that's true. I've heard from a lot of people with that kind of mindset that like it's kind of difficult like translating that to like a commercial like viability. I don't know. Because like if you get, I feel like for people that are like really attached to their work and just like make it because they like really enjoy it, it's like then like having to like do that in ways that you don't want to is like a lot more difficult. It feels like something's being like ripped from you a little bit. And I've also talked with people on the other like the opposite end of the spectrum. I had a comics teacher, Tilly Walden, who she just like completely like, I don't know, she like talked about how like comics is just like her job and like it's not really, she doesn't really think of it as like a
hobby
at all anymore. She doesn't draw on her own time. Which I thought was really interesting. And I don't know, it's not really something that I like ever saw myself doing, but like she also said she used to enjoy art to some extent, like when she was much younger, but then like started doing it as a job and like commercially and like enjoys being good at it and like being able to like make money off of it. And she's like one of probably the only person I've talked to whose like entire income is from comics, which is like
comics.
Like,
That's crazy.
Which is wild. But I don't know, like what do you think, how do you think like that kind of like investment in your work has like influenced your ability to like make it for like a different audience? I don't know.
Yeah, Oh, that's so interesting. I feel like I'm still learning that part since I've only kind of like dipped my toes into freelance and client work. Cause like I can like do that on the side. It's like almost like I'm doing client work on the side of my personal practice.
Yeah.
So I still have both. Where it's like I'm doing this for money and then I'm doing this for myself.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
What was the question?
It was just like how is your mindset like influenced, or how is the like mindset of being like really invested in your work like influenced being able or like having to do it for other people for like money?
Okay, yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I've just been blessed by this client, you know, who's do what you want, do as you please. But I did have one before him that was a total control freak. And it made me grumpy. Yeah. But it was just kind of like trying to deal with it the best that I can.
Yeah.
Oh, I really try and stray from that sort of work though, and it's a privilege to be able to like turn down things that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
And I know that at some point I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Yeah.
When I don't have like the comfort of school and like dependency anymore. Oh. But I think like it's always good to have. I feel like that's the only way I could be happy personally is being invested in the work I'm making. So even if like I don't like the songs that I'm making music videos to, it's like finding a way to become invested in them too, to some extent, or at least like, because people can always tell in your art if you care. Yeah. Like it's so easy, where it's like this person really had fun. You can tell if they really had fun. Yeah. So I think it's just like important to try at least than like resenting the whole way through. Also, it's just awful. Yeah.
And sorry if this is like I don't know, like do you see yourself more as a freelancer or as someone like making films and like trying to generate revenue off of like, I don't know, Joni's like doing crowdfunding and that's wild. I think I don't think I could do independent filmmaking as like the only thing, but I think definitely, and what I've seen a lot of experimental graduates do is just like a lot of freelance and then like your personal work on the side for the time being until you get like comfortable in this phase. Yeah, I definitely think so. Okay. I'm just gonna real quick look up your Vimeo so I can like talk about your filmography. And Claire, feel free to join the conversation at any time, despite Jeanette's. Despite Jeanette. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've like moved away from Vimeo a bit, where it's like I only post so little on there, and now like I really migrated entirely to Instagram. Yeah. I love Instagram though. Which is like, it's like working out for me though. Yeah. I don't know why.
My only thing with Instagram is that it makes everything slightly blurrier so the grain doesn't come across as much. And I know you have a problem with that too.
I love the grain. I love the grain. I did, when you said that you downloaded Visco just to add grain.
Visco has good grain.
It's true. It's true.
Like I compared the grain on like Procreate to the grain on Visco, and I was like,
Visco grain is so good.
It's so much. It's a lot better.
Okay.
And like After Effects grain is good, but it doesn't translate as well to Instagram. So I'm just like.
Okay. Wait. So I guess your like bigger films that you have available online are. I'm gonna go like chronologically from like first forward. Hey, I Like Your Sandcastle, Strangers in Grass, Abejita, and Duet, which is not currently available online anymore for film festival reasons.
I've been getting lazy though. I haven't submitted since Ottawa. It's like, I'm tired.
But Ottawa though.
Ottawa was big.
Ottawa. Wait, talk about Ottawa.
Oh my gosh. I think it's so important to go, like, to actually attend the festival. Yeah. Instead of just, like, being, like, back secured, I'm going to put the laurel on my film and be done with it. Like, honestly, the festival experience is, like, pretty good. Because if enough, I feel like if enough of the actual filmmakers go, like, it's very rewarding to interact with each other.
It feels like...
It's humanizing and also just, like, very you're like, oh,
Mm,
human.
yeah. That's great. Do you feel like it like is like somewhat similar to like the? Have you been to many like comics, like indie comics?
I've gone to like
festivals?
Comics Art LA and
Yeah.
then LA Zine Fest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like
I mean, it's obviously different because it's like you're in
like
a,
they're there and they're like
Yeah.
they're selling right in front.
Yeah.
Whereas like you like watch the screen and many times you don't even know that the filmmaker's
yeah,
like
yeah.
sitting next to you or something. Like you pass and you're like, wait,
Mhm.
did they make that? I don't
Yeah.
know.
The only film festival I've been to up to this point is the iWorks, which I went to. Or yeah, were you there?
I've never.
I can't
No, I
remember.
haven't been
Oh
yet.
shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was pretty cool, and like I feel like I kind of just like saw filmmakers that I like and didn't really interact with them. But wait, what was I saying? Where is this going?
Can I pitch in
I don't
something?
remember. Do
I
pitch
feel
in
like
something.
I feel like I wish film festivals were a little more like connected because I do feel
More
disconnected
personal.
from like art and artists where like they're just like you see it on the screen and then you don't really interact with
Yeah.
the filmmaker. Whereas like at comics conventions, like they're right there and like you're not just talking about your work.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
maybe you talk about something else.
yeah, sometimes a lot of people do like introductions, and I think that's probably born out of like wanting to like have a personal kind of like deal
Yeah.
going on. But
It feels more,
Yeah.
definitely more personal. And then
Yeah.
like at festivals, like, or even at like Showcase, like Red Cat and stuff, it's kind of like they just come and be like, I liked your work, and you're like, thank you.
Yeah.
And they just kind of like walk
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
like,
I would love more. But at Ottawa, they had like filmmaker panels, and it was just like you're there for 5 days, and
Yeah.
you see the same faces over and over again,
Mhm.
which is really nice. It
Yeah.
was like getting there.
That's really
yeah.
cool. I would love to go to that kind of thing. When is Glass? I feel like
March.
oh,
Late
okay.
March, something like that.
I know the deadline for like cheap tickets already ended, but
Yeah.
anyway. But yeah, the film that you showed there was Duet.
Yes.
We should talk about that because I feel like, I don't know. Do you
Oh my
think?
god.
I haven't seen it actually.
Oh
I haven't.
Claire! Oh my gosh.
my god. I'm gonna put it on my birthday.
Okay.
Okay.
You're Pisces. When is that?
March.
March. Okay. I know your sign.
What's your sign?
I know your sign, but I don't know.
The audio is peaking.
Oh my god. Okay.
I think Duet is so interesting because it's like
Duet is interesting.
it's kind of
Wait,
different from
yeah.
the work that I do now.
Mm.
In that it was so like it was like such an abstract yet like super raw film
Yeah.
that I don't know. And then like now what I make is very like kind of more character based and a lot more fun.
Yeah.
But like
I think you kind of started off that way a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Strangers in
feel
the
like I'm
Grass
kind of
was
like
really-
just like weaving
Yeah.
between abstract, like experimental, really experimental film, and
Yeah.
then going into like deep character. where
Yeah.
they're,
I
like,
think you're doing that in a very good way.
We love versatility.
Yeah. Yeah. Duet, like, I don't know. I just remember being like, not being able to figure out how you got it done in the time frame that you
Oh my gosh,
apparently
yes.
did. Because I like came here when it was like crunch time, and you were like, "Oh, I had it done like 3 weeks ago," and I was like, "Excuse me, wait." And now I find out that the period that we have to work on it is like only a little over a month, and I'm kind of confused.
It's like
Could
2
you-
months.
Yeah. Could you like shine some light on
Yes,
that?
okay. The way that I usually work, or my filmmaking process is like follow this almost like to a T, where it's like, or I've kind of like figured out the pipeline that I love.
Yeah.
It's like I make the music first. I make the music first, and then, but like I have like a general idea
Mm.
of what I'm doing, and then I make music in tandem with like just like writing,
Mm-hmm.
like be it like poetry or just like lines of words
Mm.
that of like what I want to go for, and then from there I like do like just like thumbnails,
Yeah.
very rough viz dev of just
Yeah.
like I kind of want to animate this
Yeah.
or like this is pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of just like go into animating, and then like my animation and my post-production process are pretty much like synonymous. They happen at the same time. And I love to go chronologically.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like I'm like it's like really like you figure it out with me as you're watching.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting. I feel like a lot of people don't work that way.
Yeah, it's a lot like I feel like I've scrapped every storyboard I've ever done.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's just like that's like Duet was like the first successful film that kind of like followed that and was still like, oh okay, this is a thing.
Yeah, I think I never go chronologically because it's just like I don't know. I always struggle with like stylistic consistency. I feel which I think this is kind of like a little bit of like a holdover from like comics mindset where I'm like I don't know. I feel like I have the like idea in my brain that like if you do go straight forward, then by the end of it, it's gonna look completely different. But when you're working on like a smaller or like, I guess like
spread out, then you're like
it's like I don't know. And also I do like the idea of like it's like evolving in a certain way, like towards the end of it, and you can like kind of work through the story as like the story's happening in like a kind of like time-based way, which is really cool.
It just always works out where I do it chronologically because like when I'm like editing in After Effects, I always like find a revelation and then I'm like, oh, I want to like go further with what I found out, that like some certain like style or effect or like push it a little more. So then like you can like it does like evolve more. I don't know, it just works out better for me.
I guess current work maybe. How's your film going? I don't want to like. You don't need to.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I love my film this year.
Good.
And honestly, it's made me so excited to be alive again.
Oh my god.
Yeah. This is like the happiest and most content I've ever been. And like every time I work on it, I'm like, I'm so alive.
That's so great.
I'm so alive
That's so
right now.
great.
It's just like I was writing it. I wrote it in May of last year, so like right after I finished Duet, and I was like, I want to do a complete 180.
Yeah.
And like just have fun.
Yeah.
So every single like decision I've been making is like, how do I do this so that I'm having the most fun in process as possible? Yeah. So like there are entire chunks of it where I'm like, do as you please. This is like the first film where I've also like half storyboarded, where it's like not exactly storyboarding, but just like going straight into rough animation with like certain beats figured out already. Like a little crumb trail. I don't know.
That's great.
Yeah, I love this film. It's about tennis.
Yes.
It's about failing.
Yes.
And I want it to be so cheesy and naive.
Good.
But also like hopeful and fun and a little crazy.
Are you sticking to the 10 minutes? Whoa.
10 minutes? No.
Wait, oh sorry. I don't know where that came from. Where did that come from?
At first I had 6 minutes, but I think like for this one I don't know how it's ending, and I'm just gonna keep animating until I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah. I remember talking to you a while ago and you were working on the music and you said it was like 7.5 minutes at that point. Yeah. And so are we able to like cut down from that?
Yes. I like wiped out an entire middle part.
Nice.
And so I feel like it's gonna wrap up around 4.
Wow.
Which is like really good and concise. Like,
no, that's still like long though, short film wise. Cool. Exciting. How do you I feel like it's really difficult like finding a balance between like enjoyment and like process and enjoyment and like product a lot of the time. I don't know. That always gets to me because like kind of like getting into art, I was like really bad, or like I thought I was bad. I like saw myself as like not a very good artist when I was like 14 or whatever, and I was like trying to like take it seriously, quote unquote. So I kind of just like would like force myself to draw for a while and realized that like and I did get better slowly, but like eventually like that kind of like fell apart and wasn't sustainable, and then I had to just be like, fuck it, I'm drawing whatever the hell I want. and that was like a big kind of moment for me. But I don't know. They're like, I feel like a lot of artists have like very differing views on that specifically, because I know there's a lot of people that are like, I'm going to suffer for my work. This is what I'm doing, and it's like kind of not the greatest for like in terms of like cultivating a good work like ethic, I guess, or a healthy work ethic at least. But I don't know. It seems like you're coming from very the opposite direction, where you're just like, I need to enjoy what I'm doing, which is like wonderful. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah. I realize I have like an extremely hard time like doing anything that I'm not remotely passionate about.
Yeah.
And I can only do good work if I like love it.
Yeah.
And especially like during CISA, when I got carpal tunnel for working too hard.
Oh fuck. Wow.
That was like a huge turnaround for me. Where like now I'm like, I don't work after like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
I like stretch my hands every so often. It feels like I could, cause like you can only make good work when you're feeling good.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Or like
just
like your body and your like brain have to like sleep.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
But it's also that thing where like I've only made art that I wanted to make. And I never kept a sketchbook actually.
Wow, yeah.
And I would never force myself to draw ever. Where it was like when I'm
really
tired,
cool.
I'm like, oh, I'm done, and I just like put the pen down and like close it. So I've never had to like grow out of those or like try and escape those bad habits. Where it's just like I've always been like, I don't care. I'm done. Like a fucking child, but it works out so well.
That's so great. That seems like a really good way of going about it.
Yeah, because like it leaves me a lot more satisfied and just like feeling better.
Okay, cool. So we're at like 26 minutes. I felt like it'd be fun if I just ended by saying, what music would you recommend?
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, let me look through Spotify.
Okay, hell yeah. This
Okay.
is perfect.
This is the new, I'm coining it myself. This is the experimental animation Girls in NB anthem. It's Race Car by Deaton Chris Anthony featuring Coco and something and Claro. And it slaps so hard.
That's good.
I also recommend 100 Rat Dash off of the Ratatouille soundtrack. It makes you go so hard.
Oh my god.
When I pound a cup of coffee and I animate and oh my gosh, I feel like a god. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Okay.
I never have specific artists, but follow me on Spotify, JEA_nut.
Wow, okay.
I like a lot of like R&B,
I'm doing it right now.
a lot of indie pop, that's kind of it.
Nice.
And then
Cool.
the occasional Ratatouille song. The opener is so good too. I've been listening to like, because mostly what I'm listening to now that I'm in like animation production is like very orchestral, like no lyric stuff. I love listening to like foreign language music too, because like it helps me focus.
Yeah, just for like, you're saying like listening to orchestral stuff just for like focus reasons? Or like for like research reasons? I don't know. I feel like I'm always looking.
I like to do both. So for my film has like kind of a percussive soundtrack, so I've been listening to like Whiplash.
That's really cool. I
like so then like you get in the groove.
Yeah, I like when people associate like specific like music genre or like even like
Claire, what? Stephanie Meyer did that when she was writing Twilight.
What is she?
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I have a lot of Twilight knowledge.
Stephanie Meyer walks so I could run.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like I forget who made it, but like whoever did the Supermassive Black Hole song.
Oh my god.
That they used in like the movie, like that like band. She like wrote the book while listening.
That's so
to that
great.
music,
I love that.
So.
I love that as like a work thing. I feel like I love like developing like an aesthetic, like not just a visual aesthetic, but like
just like the mindset.
Around like a piece of work that you're working on. I think that really helps. In, like,
I've like created playlists for the film itself.
That's so perfect. Like literally, that's perfect. That's great.
Oh my gosh, it's all Japanese 80s funk disco.
Yeah.
That shit slaps.
Very good.
That's great. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. That was really good. Okay, so that was Jeanette. Is it Fantone or Fantoni?
Fantoni.
Okay, it is Fantoni. I heard you say that once, and I wasn't sure if you were joking. And I've heard your friends say it Fantone, so I'm just like confused all the time.
I really don't know.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. This is Jeanette Fantoni. You can find them on
Instagram.
Yeah.
Vimeo.
No. Tinder.
Spotify.
If you come 25-mile radius away from CalArts, you can find me on Tinder. I'll be swiping. That's that on that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's Jean Newt on Instagram.
Yes.
And yeah. Wait, I feel like okay, yeah.
JEANOOT.
Okay. Perfect. Goodbye. Let's just say bye.
Bye.